1980s, known as the Excellence 80s, saw dominance of free market economy, and our story is starting with 1985. But with the hike of economy, suicide rates are also increased over the years. Hi all, this is Mukund presenting a data storytelling on the data set of worldwide suicide overview from 1985 to 2016. Suicide means ending your own life. It is a way for people to run away from their pain and sufferings. When someone ends up their life by own, we say that they died by suicide. And sometimes I heard a term like a suicide attempt, means a person tried to commit a suicide but they survived. Let's see the suicide attempts over the years. In 1985, more than 11,000 people committed suicide, and from then, figure got increased for next 10 years. It was at the peak in 1995 with the figure of 11.3 thousand people. In these 10 years, world lost many precious lives. After 1995, graph had started to decline, and at the end of 2050, it reached to 11.47 thousand suicide. It seems a small number as compared to 1995, but still we are losing people's lives. If we divide the total number of suicides over the years into the gender category, then around 77% suicides are committed by males, remaining are accumulated by females. After that, we divided the suicides into age groups, such as 5 to 14 years, which is account for 0.7% of all suicides, 15 to 24 years, which had 11.2% of all suicides, 25 to 34 years, which account for 16% of all suicides, 35 to 54 years, which account for 20%, 55 to 74 years, which account for 22.5%, and 75 plus years, which account for nearly 30% of all suicides from 1985 to 2016. Now let's talk about the suicide rates in the different continents. Europe has the greatest rate of suicide, and that is 18,000 per 100,000 people. It is highest in any other continent. Asia comes in the second with the 14.38 thousand per 100,000 people. Suicide rates in North America and Oceania is nearly same. Africa and South America both have low suicide rates. If gender is a factor, then males commit more suicide than females at a greatest rate in any continent. According to the research, there are 29.54 thousand male suicides in Europe for every 100,000 males, followed by Asia with 20.56 thousand male suicide rate per 100,000. Lowest male suicide rates is in South America and Africa. Female suicide rates in Europe and Asia are nearly equal, and that is 7.53 thousand in 8.32 thousand per 100,000 females. There are 4.29 thousand, 5.69 thousand, and 2.4 thousand in North America, Oceania, and South America respectively. Let's see the age group analysis. 75 years of age and older have committed suicide at a highest rate over the entire world. 35 to 54 and 55 to 74 comes next. The lowest level of fatality are found in the age group of 5 to 24 and 25 to 34 in all continents. Now my friend Akash will explain geographical analysis of suicide with respect to countries.
If you hate your life, change the way of your living. Suicide should not be committed. Don't lose hope. Help is always available. Every person have their unique talent and set of gifts. This is Akash presenting suicide rates over the different countries and their analysis.
Examine the suicide rates in different nations based on the data we have. Lithuania, Sri Lanka, and Belarus have the highest rates of suicide in the globe, while Oman, the Maldives, and Jamaica have the lowest. When we examine the suicide rate by age group across countries, the 75 plus age group has the highest suicide rate. As we go younger in age group, trend of the suicide rate is getting down. Regarding the male gender, Oman and San Marino have 100% male suicide rate and the greatest female suicide rate when compared to men in Kuwait, which is typically equal but never greater than males. This is all about suicide data storytelling from 1985 to 2016. And I would like to end this with a quote. Place your hand over your heart. Can you feel it? That is called purpose. You are alive for a reason, so don't ever give up. Thank you.